Dialed in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, we're getting back on schedule.
We are.
We just need our editor to start getting shit online.
Yeah, so he's kind of slacking.
Yeah, he's been slacking a lot because he's been busy as hell.
Vacations and whatever else.
Well, I just got back again.
Yeah.
Because I went to San. No, I guess I can say it because my family doesn't listen to this. I went to San Francisco.
Yeah.
To meet Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And it was better than I could have imagined.
Oh my gosh, I didn't. It's funny because I didn't even realize he was Luke Skywalker. Like I've known him from like other stuff.
Yeah.
But like you said the name right, and I was like, I know him, not as Luke Skywalker. Dude, I didn't even put two and two together. That's amazing.
That's why I went, because he's Luke Skywalker.
So on that quick note, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine today because we're working on something, and I was like, I have a challenge that I'm supposed to by the end of the year watch a full thing of Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I can't do it. Like, I was like, he's like, just watch one of the movies, like the new. He's like, he just goes, tell him, like, you know what? I gave a movie a shot. Okay. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna see if I can sit down and watch a damn movie.
The movies are really good. The new 3-1.
Yeah,
The new 3 are really good.
So that's what but I'm gonna do that instead of watching a full season.
It's hard to watch a full season when you've dragged your feet the entire year.
Right, well,
You don't have time anymore.
it's like, dude, well, not even just that. Like, I don't get into that stuff,
Yeah.
man. Like, the farthest I get is Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like, because we were talking about Doctor Who, and I was like, dude, it's not my thing, man.
Doctor Who's not really my thing. Either.
Right? Like, I'm not a sci-fi person, right? Like, I'm very much a realist, which is like weird, Like, I don't get into that stuff. So, but I'm glad you had a good vacation, man.
New.
Yeah.
That's
So,
new.
as always, guys, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We love having you here. Thank you so much for listening to us. So David's going to be surprising me with what I'm drinking.
I am.
So, but what are you drinking tonight, sir?
Well, I'm going to say this first.
Yeah.
It's not every day you get called sexy by Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if he was joking or not. I have that for the rest of my life.
You're gonna put it on your grave. Dude, it's going to be like in quotes.
If I had a grave,
How
it
do
would be
how,
there.
how do you say it?
So I must have blinked in the picture. So they were adamant, no touching.
Yeah.
So Luke was leaning on everybody, or Mark was leaning on everybody,
Yeah.
and you put your arm around. He didn't care. He was hugging some people, and so he leaned on me, and I put my arm around him, and we took the picture. And she goes, "Wait," he had complimented my shirt and stuff, which was great. And she goes, "Oh, we got to take another one." And he looks at me and he goes, "It's because you're too sexy. Stop being so sexy, so this lady can take your picture."
I'm putting that in quotes on a headstone somewhere, like on my plot of land in Scotland. Like, that'll be the space, right? It's because you're too sexy. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
And then it's just going to say like Luke Skywalker, or
I mean, you can put that. That's fine.
it's Mark Hamill, right?
Mark Hamill.
Yeah. I say like, I can just put that in quotes, and it'll be like, he said this, right?
It was fantastic.
Good. Did you buy me any dice?
I did not find any dice. I honestly didn't shop.
Huh. Good for you.
You're welcome. I really didn't. I did not shop at all.
Oh.
It's so. Speaking of money,
Yeah.
I tried to take money out of the ATM at one point,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't let me.
Oh, good. It's the best feeling in the world.
And I'm like, this is bullshit. So
I'm broke. I ain't that broke.
sure enough, Dawn looks at the account. She's, you have X number of dollars in here. I'm like, yeah, I know. She goes, what are you trying to take out? I'm like, $200. I said, shit, I tried to take out 60 at one point.
Anything.
So they finally called me to verify I was who I was. I tried to do this at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, which of course is 1 here.
California.
Right. So the bank's closed.
Yep.
They finally called me on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
To verify I was who I was. But they didn't call me. They called the house.
Great.
I was not a happy guy.
Yeah.
I didn't have to have the money, but I wanted some breathing room.
Right.
So instead I had no breathing room. So I really didn't shop, which I mean,
Should-
I saved money.
Should have called your family. They would have bailed you. Say,
Oh, they probably would have been pissed that they didn't know I was 6 hours away.
Yeah.
You know what? There are many of them that have gone to Chicago and never said a fucking word to me about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, whatever.
Right.
That's
3 hours away.
We're not close. So it is what it is. I think my dad would have been pissed off, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yes, I have surprises for drinks
I'm excited.
because you don't know what you're getting. But again, Donated by the Eye Candy.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it.
So this for you.
Ooh, a Gaelic ale, our flagship. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a hard Baja Blast
Warehouse yeast.
and something you like.
Ooh, a passion fruit goza. This is amazing.
And then I'm gonna have a blueberry cosmic crisp cider.
Ah,
So
I'm really excited for tonight's topic, right?
I am too.
One, because real estate is near and dear to my heart.
Yes, it is.
And two, because I love to fight with you about Dave Ramsey.
I hate Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, it's great. And like, so I think tonight's episode is going to be fun. Mike, because of the sponsor, I decided not to fight with David off air. I'd rather fight on air. And so I waited and I told David, I was like, no, I'm going to give my opinions like this. And I'm going to surprise.
So do you want to give context on this or do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the question was posed to Dave Ramsey.
Yep.
If you could take a $1 billion loan.
Yeah.
For over 10 years.
Yep.
With no interest.
Yep.
Would you do it?
Mm-hmm.
And his answer was no, I don't want to be in debt.
Nope.
Which I think is asinine.
And then the person said, well, if you invest it at the current rate of 5%, that's $50 million a year per year for the next 10 years, which is sure. I mean, right on average, yes, but like the next year it'll be 51 or 55 million, whatever the heck it would be. Yeah, because
it's growing.
Because of the extra interest, right? Compounded interest is what America's best friend is.
And you say no.
Correct.
Why?
So my answer is one, it would go against everything Dave Ramsey stands for. Okay. Going into debt.
So being an idiot.
Sure. No, he is not. Dave Ramsey is not us. Okay. He is not trying to get people every bit of wealth, every bit of penny. He's trying to get them wealthy eventually. Right. So the problem, the average Dave Ramsey listener, okay, let's call it. I don't even know what the statistic is, but we know about the top 10% in America, right? They own 90% of the wealth. The bottom 90% own 10% of the wealth. So Dave Ramsey is talking to the 90%. And so I have to go with statistics, right? So statistically, David, if you got $1 billion, there's not a doubt in my mind you wouldn't invest all of it, right? Like, I can't tell you if somebody gave me $1 billion, like I'm not going to go on a vacation for $10. Yeah, statistically, I'm going to out earn it, but $1 billion, like that money's going to be due at some point, right? Most Americans would not invest that money, right? And so, yes, could you invest it and make the money? Yes. Will people do that? No, absolutely, they won't, right?
I could sit on that money for 1 year and not touch it.
Yeah, but you could. I could.
Okay,
right?
but the question wasn't, should the average person do this?
It was him.
It was, would he?
Correct. And I get that, but like, it would go against all of things that he's been teaching, right? Because then that would say, hey, you can go get a credit card for 0% interest and borrow against it because it's 0% interest for 1 year. Sure, we're talking, money, but like still, it teaches the debt aspect. So I understand why he answered the way he did. And to me, like this guy said, hey, he loses all credibility. No, he doesn't. In my opinion, he still has his credibility. He's just doubling down on like, hey, I don't care if it's the most amazing debt you could have in this whole, because honestly, nobody's just going to give you a fucking $1 billion. So and this is why
I realize it's hypothetical and it's not happening.
And I absolutely hate hypotheticals. Like we talk about all the time. I can't stand fucking hypotheticals. My life isn't a hypothetical life. This is what's actually happening. So, I mean, it's like saying, hey, if somebody gave you $1,000, would you take it? Oh no, I'd give it to the next person. Somebody's going to say that, right? Now the truth is you fucking take it and you go do it, right? But that's how I look at things. So I'm not mad at his answer because again, I'm speaking to 90% of people, right? Yes. I mean, the top 10, right? I mean, they don't need another billion. Plain and simple, they don't need. What are they going to do? All they're going to do is fucking invest it. Dave Ramsey, I'd say a couple $100 million, I think.
Probably.
I should look up his net worth. But yeah, to me, that's why it bothers me, right? Like,
well, my biggest thing on Ramsey is, again, he's the wish.com version of financial responsibility.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think so.
Oh, he totally is. He's for people he's Weight Watchers. He's for people that can't
that's exactly
have
it.
Any type of self-control or understanding around money.
Correct. But that's a normal average American.
But that's not what normal average people should strive for. You shouldn't strive to be ignorant and stupid when it comes to money.
But you and I agree, like money is simple. I mean, given the opportunity, everybody, in my opinion, you should all live in one house. Everybody just invest their money and nobody ever fucking work, kind of a thing, right? Like that would just create stupid wealth. I mean, from the day to me, and that'll get into my next topic, but like to me, if a person could work from the age of, let's say, 20 to 40 and never spend a dime, they're going to let that money sit. Excuse me. Their parents are going to support their stuff. And, excuse me. Their parents are going to support them. Like they'll have enough money for the rest of their life at that point, right? Just let it compound. But again, be clear, like every penny, but like nobody's ever going to do that, right?
It's not realistic.
It's exactly it. Like, so let's go to realistic. Hey, I mean, we know that people overspend on houses that they shouldn't. We know that people overspend on cars that they shouldn't. People do things they shouldn't. So the average person should be taught the dumbest way. Like this is the dumbest way to do it. It's a guaranteed way. It 100% works. And yes, you'll not get as much as you possibly could, but it's a way that works, right?
I think it's just a very short-sighted way that works.
Yeah, sorry. I have like hiccups and can't do this. So, but no, I mean, we're in a different financial sense. I mean, honestly, like you've had bankruptcy. And so like you chose to dig in and take control of your finances. Okay. Most people don't do that. I mean, originally you didn't, right?
I was just having this conversation with Mike. And I said, the problem is we have highly intelligent people that just don't understand money. They just don't. And that's not necessarily their fault because nobody's really taught this shit.
Dude, it's our biggest fight.
And I said to him in there, I said, when you put Nick, me and you together, Nick is easily the dumbest one out of the three of us.
Most uneducated.
And that's not a knock on you. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Mike and I both graduated from college with honors. You went to college a little bit, but didn't really give a shit about learning because you were there to bowl.
I have 2.5 years of college.
Right. You were there to bowl.
Yeah. Well, the first time was just to have insurance.
Right.
Like the only thing I remember from my first year of college, right? I did a public speaking class, which I excelled in like crazy. And my papers failed because I couldn't write for shit. Like my presentations scored very high.
You're a good talker. You're not a good writer.
Very much. My math class, I don't remember a thing. The only thing I remember from math class, right, is the teacher, and this could be wrong, but it was basically he wrote 2 + 2 = 7, right? And it was like, whoa. And so somebody called it out and they're like, hey, you're wrong. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, hey, I'm going through some stuff. And within a week, he retired in the middle of our class. Like, I mean, I'm a few weeks into this thing and I give the guy all credit. Like his wife ended up with cancer and he just wanted to, and he was done.
Yeah.
So like, he wasn't focused on us. Right. So like I was getting taught wrong. It was his fault, but like, dude, go take care of your family, go do the right thing.
Things going on.
So like, that's all I can tell you for my first time of college. Right. And the stupid fights that were out in the courtyard. Right. My second one, I could tell you, like, I did learn from the teachers, not from the books in any way. Like the way they talked, it was just great. Davenport was a really good, like they do hire great faculty there that have life experience. And I loved, because the reason I'm in real estate is because my high school teacher, like, taught life experience. Like he owned a jewelry shop and he owned real estate and he owned some things. And he's like, hey, this is kind of where, and dude, I didn't fucking learn a thing from the books and stuff like that. But like, that's how I learned. I learned from stories of people. And, but so that to me, and again, as you said, I was there to bowl. That's it, man. Like I just had to get enough, to me, D's get degrees, right? Like,
and when we look at the three of us, scholarly, Mike and I are way ahead of you.
Oh God,
financially, we were years behind.
Oh yes,
because we didn't know what to do with money because we weren't ever taught.
Yeah.
I graduated high school and my mom handed me $18,000 and she said, do with this as you please. And I did what every 17-year-old does. I spent the shit out of that.
And that's my point with the $1 billion. mean, technically you had an interest-free gift
Yep.
for 18,000.
Yep.
Granted, it's not $1 billion, but you didn't do shit with it.
No.
Like, and that's what the average American would do.
See, but the question wasn't what will the average American do?
It would be him, yes.
What would Dave Ramsey do? And I think it's disingenuous for him to go, yeah, I wouldn't take it. Because I think honestly, he would fucking take it because he knows what he's doing with it.
You and I both know, given the opportunity to invest somebody else's $1 billion, yeah, of course, like he'd be like, hey, I'll just, I'll take my.
Just be fucking honest about it.
Right.
Just say, listen, I would not recommend that anybody does this because I don't think they have the wherewithal to actually invest the money and let it grow and then just use the investments.
Yes.
I would not recommend that anybody does this, but I am financially responsible. Yeah, I would do this because I know what I'm doing.
But in my other problem is like saying it out loud now. Like, I don't know. Okay, so what's on the line? If I don't pay it back, what do I lose?
I mean,
My life? I mean,
I don't think they're going to kill you or anything.
it's $1 billion fucking dollars.
Yeah, I don't know. Because
Okay.
again, it's a hypothetical.
Right. So if we go to, if you're putting $1 billion and I get 5% guaranteed, nothing in this world to me is a guarantee. But if my life is on the line, I'm not taking the $1 billion, even at a 0% interest. Me personally, not fucking doing it. Right.
But again, even if you get 2%,
Yeah. But if my life's on the line, I'm not doing it.
I totally am.
Yeah. See, and that's where the differ is, right?
All of my investments right now are riskier than they should be at 46 years of age.
Oh God, yes.
Because
You're playing catch up.
I am.
I have
46. You got to take that?
I do.
All right. So Nick's going to talk to his snowplow guy. And I'll just keep talking about how I can't stand Ramsey. So again, when I look at Ramsey, his debt relief program absolutely works. And I've said before, it's the wish.com version of finances. It's, the Weight Watchers version of finances because it literally hamstrings you into, you have to do these things. Debt's bad. You can't take on any. You have to pay for everything with cash. Credit cards are awful. Don't use them. And yeah, to some people, those are absolutes, but they're not absolutes to everybody. And I hate dealing in absolutes. I use credit cards. Should I use credit cards? Hell yes, I should, because I get reward points on my credit cards and I make, probably $1,000 a year just off of my rewards on my credit cards. That's money that's helping fund things that I want to do, like going to see Mark Hamill. If I don't get that money, I have less money every year to work with. So I look at those things and I say, yeah, many people should never have a credit card because credit cards, they're not responsible enough to have.
Yep.
Me, on the other hand, I know what I'm doing. I pay my bill off in full every month.
Yeah.
I can handle a credit card, so I'm going to make that extra 1,000 by having it.
And see, and me, I can't tell you that it's not that I'm not responsible. It's that I don't like the stress and anxiety of having to have another. For you, it's like 7 fucking payments, dude. Like for me, I can't do it. Like I hate the mortgages I have, right? Like it's so much, right? Like it is not the. It's the having to know that I'm going to 17 different places. Yeah. Sure, I can do it online, but that's 17 different fucking websites I have to open up or do whatever. And it's just a lot for me. So
it's funny to me how anxieties are different because we both have anxiety, but mine's all social anxiety.
Yeah.
And yours all revolves around money.
Mostly.
Like I have anxiety about money, but my anxiety is I don't make enough. I need more.
Sure.
It's not.
Well, mine is as well.
Mine is never about I have too many bills to juggle and I have to remember to pay them all because I have a spreadsheet that tells me when to pay them all.
Don't get me wrong, I have a spreadsheet as well, but like
you don't want to look at it as much as I look at mine, which is constantly.
That's exactly it, right? Like I dread having to go on there because like then I'm like, all right, pay this person, pay these 7, pay this, pay, and I put an X by it, but it's just like, dude, it's a fucking taxing first of the month, right? Like I'm just like, oh my God.
And I just do it every day. It's just part of my everyday.
Yeah. And trust me, getting into the routine is fine, but like it is a frustration. And my money's split into different things. And so like if I never rob Peter to pay Paul, but like I have one that's just a full fund. I have this and that. So
sometimes you have to move money around.
Right? Like I have to go.
I have this fund because it pays this much interest. I have this fund because it pays this much interest. I have this fund because it's set up to just pay my mortgages. I have this fund because it's just the vacation fund. I get it.
Yeah. Like and you're only allowed a certain amount into FDIC accounts, right? And so it's like, hey, what do you do with it after that? Like there becomes this, hey, I yes, I need some money here, but like I want to earn the interest here.
Right.
And so it's like I'm doing the best I can. But like this month. Okay. So I'm getting fucking bombarded, right? I think we talked about it a little bit. Like I have an eviction, I have a tenant moving out, I have another tenant moving out. I have I just had a huge water leak and now they're repairing the wall. So like I have expenses going out. I'm flipping a house right now that's costing me a shit ton. So like, oh, where's that fucking okay? And people are like, oh, why don't you just move fucking 50 grand over? Well, it's 50,000. I don't make my interest out. Well, you're just making it difficult. Yes, I understand that, but like
You want what you want.
I have control of what I do. And so like if I have another one, it's like, hey, that's another outlier that I don't need. Right. I mean, in theory, I do have a credit card. I have a Lowe's accounts receivable, which they sent me a card, but fucking the card's at home somewhere stashed. I wouldn't be able to tell you where it is.
It would take a long time to find.
I don't even know if I could find it. I didn't put it in my safe. I know it's at home, and I know I was like, hey, I just don't want anybody to get it. So like, it's somewhere, but it's not in my safe because I'm a dumbass.
Right.
But like, I know if I go to Lowe's, like I'm the only one on the account, and they send me a bill every month, right? And so I do technically have a credit card, but the only reason I use the Lowe's account is for the David aspect of things. I get free shipping or $20 shipping if I use that. If you go as a normal person, you're spending $80 for delivery. I get 10% off of my purchase. I then get the deal room. Like I get so much savings for having opened it. It's the only reason I did.
So it's worth it.
Very much it was.
Even though Dave Ramsey will tell you it's not.
Oh, dude, I've saved my Home Depot. I don't have a Home Depot gift card. Like you don't need to have a credit card with them. Like you just sign up for a pro account type thing. I think it was $130,000 is what I've saved this year at Home Depot. Right. Like it is astronomical. So, having that type of an account, having those things, yes, I do have it because otherwise I'm spending that much more. Right.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I understand what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. Like I agree upon that, but like, I really think it would diminish what he's saying, right? Because like then somebody else would be like, oh, because there's an asshole out there that thinks they're just as good as Dave Ramsey and goes, oh, I could do this, but then
but that's everywhere.
Yeah, but then he's given the wrong advice.
No, he's not giving.
He's failed that one person.
He hasn't failed that one person. That one person's a fucking idiot.
But he doesn't. He wants to make it idiot proof. Like that is what Dave Ramsey does. I want to make this idiot proof.
He's an idiot too. So. This is what I made last year off of my credit cards. Bank of America paid me $227.73 to use their card. Capital One paid me $1,025 to use their card. Chase paid me $65.63 to use their card. Any others? Wells Fargo paid me $475 to use their card.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're
$12,
12, 13. 17, almost $1,800 to use credit cards last year.
Yeah. And is that minus your fees?
I don't have fees.
You don't have like the $45 every annual fee or whatever on the card?
None of those have fees.
Huh.
I have one card with a fee. It's my Delta Sky Miles card.
Yeah.
Because I can send my luggage for free.
Yep.
And I get a free companion ticket every year. I've taken 5 trips on Delta this year, which $50 every time you
get a companion pass with that?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to get that. I've been looking.
It's $250 for the year, and you get a free bag and a companion pass. And you don't get a free bag. You and whoever you're traveling with gets a free bag, so we can send 2.
Really?
Yeah. So if Dawn and I are going, we can both send a bag.
Yeah.
Now we never do.
Can I book 2 tickets on the companion pass and have the companion not show up and use 2 bags?
Probably. For when you're bowling,
I'm shipping my bowling balls for free, baby.
Probably
for $250. I mean, hell, it's cheaper than me shipping them.
Yeah, I don't see why that would be an issue.
So, yes, is he dumb for saying it? Is he dumb for not doing it? We both agree upon that. But what he's saying, I don't think is dumb, right? Like,
and I get what you're saying, but at the same time, just don't be disingenuous because you and I both know he's doing it.
Oh, 100%. Like,
just be honest about it.
Again, if my life's on the line, there's a whole different story. Now, if it's anything like, oh, hey, if you don't pay it all back, at the 10-year mark, I mean, dude, I'm paying it back at year 1, right? Like, okay, 50, fuck, I'll pay it back after the first month, see if I can borrow it again.
See, and I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm sitting there going, all right, I know I should pay this off, but I'm gonna let it ride because I do that now.
Yeah.
If I have a card that has 0% interest for X number of time, I'll use that card. To the I'll max it out. Let's say it's $5,000 limit. I'll max it out.
Yep.
And then I'll take 12 months to pay it.
Yep.
Because I have 12 months to pay it.
No.
And I will look at it every month and go, man, I got an extra $1,000 this month. I should just pay it. And then I'll talk myself out of it, because if I'm paying it now, it's costing me money.
It's fucking hilarious that you do say that, because I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I have that talk
with real estate.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like, oh, I have an extra $1,000. I should put this on the mortgage. No, I shouldn't. And so, like, you know, I don't like. Oh, I have low interest or whatever. I'm a high interest ones. Oh, I can't pay this one early because there's a million things in my head that it'd be hard to describe to the viewers, because they'd have to look at my books and figure out things, right? And there's relationships and stuff like that.
We both do contract testing.
I haven't done it in a while because
They give you a Visa gift card.
Yep.
For anywhere from $20 to $50.
Yep.
What do you use yours on?
gas,
You know what I use mine on?
paying bills.
I pay a bill.
Yeah.
Whether it's, let's say we have a cruise booked, I'll put, $25 on the cruise,
Yep.
or I'll grab a medical bill and just put $25 on that medical bill.
Yep.
Because the money I don't have to spend. And I went and ate something for 15 minutes and they gave me $25.
See, and like, I guess I want to be clear with the viewers and stuff and say, hey, look, if you're getting a credit card and you're doing 0% interest, okay, so when you have it, get your payment because you have minimums on it, right? Still with 0% interest. Okay, so pay the minimum, but like figure out what, if you have $5,000 max, just figure out 5,000 divided by the 12, right? And then put that amount away every single month and earn that interest on it. So now you've earned 5% more plus your rewards, right?
Right.
And that's what you should be doing. And I think that's you're not doing it. I mean, you are in a different interest account, but you should be doing it just in a strict like a Chase, not a Chase, but a credit union, right, where it's 3% interest and whatever it is on the amount of money. So you should be doing something like that.
Well, I'm going to pull up some of my accounts here because, I want to know what things have earned.
Yeah.
So let's look at, some of my stocks, if it'll pull up here. So over the last year, I'm at 7.22%.
Okay.
On this account. Over the last 6 months, I'm at 5.59. The last 3 months, I'm negative 0.28.
And what kind of account is this?
It's just stocks.
Okay, so stocks.
It's single stocks.
Yep.
Now I can tell you, if I looked at this a month ago, my 1 year was probably negative 4%.
Okay.
Because again, it's always rolling. So a month ago, I was down, but now it's a month later. And it's changed because it's no longer the 1st of November that I'm running. It's the end of November that I'm running. And now I'm up 7%.
Yeah.
So are you always going to make 5%? No, you might be down year over year for a couple of years, but on average.
But like a CD, which
you
is
could put it all
guaranteed
in a CD.
It's just guaranteed, right? You could put it all there and that'd be guaranteed 5% right now. And that would be the one thing I would tell everybody. I wouldn't invest the way you invest with $1 billion.
No,
I would never do that.
Not just pick stocks and put it in.
No, but like I wouldn't even put it in index funds. Like if I have to pay this back in any way, shape, or form, and I get to invest, like I'm not taking any risk, strictly doing the guaranteed. Like I would, even at worst case scenario, like if my life was on the line, I mean, all of it I would have. I can't even do the fucking math. Like however many accounts with 250,000 in each account. And they would earn the basic 1% interest that things are getting right now. And I'd be fine getting $10 million a year. Right. Like that's how I am as an investor. Right.
Well, let me ask you this. It's 2015 and interest rates 0.1%.
Yep. 0.01. Yeah.
0.1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're earning nothing.
Yeah.
What are you doing then?
I had all my money into savings, not all of it, but I mean, my lump sums of money was all in savings.
Earning almost nothing.
Almost nothing.
Yep.
But I also have things set up where it's like, hey, we talk about it. I have Betterment. I have IRA. In 2015, I was still working. So like I had a 401k, things like, so like I was doing other investments, but like my lump sum of actual cash that I could touch now sitting in a shit account.
Tangent.
Mhm.
I got a message today from a former guest.
Yeah.
That I got a job at my business. At my company.
We had him on.
We did. I asked when she's coming back on and she said, give her a couple months.
Mhm.
She messages me and goes, if I stopped contributing to my retirement account right now, could I pick it up in a couple of months?
No.
And I said, you could, but I have to ask, why do you want to do this?
Mhm.
And she goes, well, I have some big bills coming out and I don't want to let them sit there. So I figured if I stopped contributing for a couple of months, then I could just pay them. I said, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. You can do whatever you want to do, but every dollar you earn right now is worth $2 in 10 years.
Yeah.
Not earned, but put in.
Yep. But in 40 years, when she's 65,
Yeah.
60, yeah, I mean, 65, she's probably 25 now. It's worth 88
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is, I don't care about 10 years. Like,
Well, and she's like, well, I'm only doing it for a couple of months. I'm like, you just need to be really careful.
yeah, no, and you're gonna get used to that paycheck, so you're not doing it for a couple of months. Like, you aren't. You say you're doing it for a couple of
The
months.
nice thing is because of who it is, I will be on them,
Mhm.
and they probably will only do it for a couple of months.
Right? But like,
But no, it's not.
honestly,
we had Caitlin on.
Yeah.
And she asked you specifically, money's tight right now. Should I stop contributing to my retirements? And you said, no, absolutely not.
it's the last thing I'm giving you, right? Life sucks right now.
Mhm.
Figure out a way to get it through that, because the end of your life shouldn't suck, right? Like, there should be a light at the end of the tunnel, and you should guarantee light, right? The light should get bigger the younger you are.
Let's look at that for a minute.
Mhm.
We're not guaranteed that end of the life thing.
That's exactly it.
It could be tomorrow. You were in the hospital this weekend.
I was.
I tried to die a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I got a phone call today from
Oh,
a near
okay.
and dear friend to the show.
Oh, how is he?
Steve's hanging in there.
Good.
He's still got some heart issues going on, but he's hoping that they're getting him figured out.
Yep.
And he said to me specifically, listen, we were going to travel a lot once I retired. He goes, ask me where I've gone in the last 2 years. I said, you haven't gone anywhere. He goes, I have not.
Yeah.
He goes, but I travel a lot before this.
Yep.
He goes, I'm going to tell you right now, don't wait till you retire. Just travel as much as you can right now.
But okay, so like, when I talk about this, it's not okay. David,
Yes.
you're currently making, let's make up a number, $60,000 a year.
In that range.
Okay. Social Security will only be paying you $20,000 a year. Okay.
If I'm lucky.
Right. If we're lucky, blah, blah, blah. But like, so all I'm saying is, get to the point where you're always for the rest of your life making that $60,000 a year, right? If you want to live lavish and travel a heck of a lot, like, you should be traveling right now. You should be living the modest, like, whatever. And take the risk that you're going to do more. But like, I'm not saying don't live your life right now, like, at all. Like, make travel a priority, make these things a priority, but don't go into debt for it. But like, don't have your life change when you retire.
So
Your life should be the same. If you want, like, don't get lucky, get smart and make it a little better, right? Like, I'm not telling you to live off of 60,000 now and then $1 million a fucking year later. No, I'm telling you to live off 60 now, and we're dealing with inflation.
Mhm.
You know what?
80,000 later.
Right, because that way it's, like, hey, give yourself that buffer of, hey, things are going to go up. You're not going to have your mortgage payment and things like that, but like, really, like, live the same freaking life through your whole life.
I'm going to tell you this right now because
And
I am a realist.
Yeah.
I'm, 46.
Yeah.
I've already had a near-death experience. I'm morbidly obese, according to doctors.
We all are.
I mean, I have lost 25 pounds in the last couple of months. So, I mean, that's helpful.
Yeah.
But I don't expect to live into my 70s. I just don't.
Sure.
Because I'm a realist.
But even if you don't expect it, you don't have to expect it, but don't live for a number that you don't know.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
My point to this is I've always been the type of person that wants to make sure if I drop dead,
Mhm.
everybody's taken care of.
Yep.
People have always asked me, if you win the lotto, will you stop working? No. Fuck no.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to be money, stupid. It would have to be stupid money. It would have to be like, $300-400 million
Sure.
for me to give a shit about stopping working. Because while I work, I get healthcare, even though it's not great, it's decent.
Mhm.
I mean, I still spend a shit ton of money every year on it, but it's decent. They give me a retirement account that they contribute 2% to.
Yep.
Which again
Still sucks.
It's decent. It's not great, but it's decent.
Mhm.
They pay me a decent amount of money. I work from home. It's not like I set my own hours, but like when I'm in coaching season, like what you're in right now,
Mhm.
they know I'm probably going to be gone most days by 2:00, which means I'm going to be on at 6.
Mhm.
And they're perfectly fine with that. And if I need to get off at 1:30 and I didn't get on until 6 and I had a 7.5-hour day instead of an 8-hour day, they know I'm going to make that half an hour up tomorrow, and I'm going to work 6 to 2:30, and I'm going to make it work.
Right. You're not robbing them.
I'm not. I'm giving them everything I have. I'm not at the point anymore of I'm going to go above and beyond because they don't pay me to.
Right. Well, but and that's fine, right? I think you're wrong with the 300 million. I think honestly more on the 50. Like I think you would probably look at it if you took home 50. So if you won 80,000 or 800 or 80 million at 50, I think honestly you would change your mind because you would come here and work, right? You wouldn't your insurance would cost you, let's say even at $1,000 a month, you're not running broke, you're not doing anything. Like we would have an actual general conversation about it. Like I could run you through that whole financial figure.
I'm not sure I would quit. I might peel back to maybe mid-time. Maybe I'll only do 30 hours a week instead of 40.
Sure.
But I really do enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
I don't always enjoy some of the people I have to deal with because who does?
Right.
But I enjoy what I do and I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm free to, do what I do and I don't have a whole lot of people meddling.
Yeah. I think okay. So yes, would you continue to work, whatever? I think that moment when you had to do something that you didn't want to, that would be the
thing.
It'd be like, yeah, you know what? I just don't need this, right? Like,
Correct.
So sure, would you work? But like, you would be in so much more control.
I have said before, if I won $1 billion in the lottery and let's say it pays out 400,000.
Yeah. $1 billion that pays 400,000?
Probably
400 million.
400 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I might be insufferable at work.
Yeah.
And I had a boss once tell me, well, if you're that way, we're going to fire you. And I said, that's your decision, not mine.
At 400 million.
If you tell me I need to come into the office, I'm going to be like, nah, man, I don't.
Yeah. Hard pass.
I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Well, then we're going to fire you. All right. Well, that's your decision.
No.
It's not mine.
So I'm on CBS or sorry, CNBC. And we were reading a little bit about America and
a little segue here. Yeah.
And so 77% of Americans feel anxious about their financial situation. 58 feel that their finances control their life, right? So it means they have to go to their job, they have to do everything to get there. 52% have difficulty controlling their money related worries, right? Like that's above 50%, like more than average, right? Americans are most worried about their financial future, which include not having enough money to retire, 68%, keeping up with the cost of living, 56%, and managing debt levels, 45%. And the financial stress and the impact financial stress has on Americans stretches into all aspects. They feel 43% feel fatigued, find it difficult to concentrate at work, 42%, and have trouble sleeping, 41%. A quarter of respondents, which this surprised me, only 25% said that financial stress affects their relationships.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think all of those numbers are low.
77? I don't
know. Okay, the highest numbers, maybe not.
Yeah.
But you hit 25%, said what?
That financial stress affects their relationships.
And what was the one right before that?
41 have trouble sleeping.
Bullshit. More than 41% have trouble sleeping.
Because of financials.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you right now, combined, Dawn and I make more money than most people I know.
Yeah.
I have trouble sleeping every fucking night because I don't have any money.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like I do very well.
You do,
and I fucking sleep like dude. I worry about pennies.
What is the thing that keeps you up the most?
Currently, my own health. Say, but like, yeah. I mean, right. If I on an average year, it's finances, right? Like, what's my money doing? How, like, not what's it doing, but like, am I going to be broke tomorrow? Right? Like this December, I am the most stressed I've ever been in my life, right?
Yeah.
Like it is, hey, fuck it, I'm selling the world, right? Like, 43% find it difficult to concentrate at work. I think it's because most people are like focusing on that union aspect. We talked about that a little bit. Hey, I want to get more money. But excuse me, for like those things, right? For finding it difficult to concentrate, having trouble sleeping, and relationship stuff. The relationship stuff, I think that's really low, 25%.
Absolutely low.
I think what happened.
I think that's most marriages and long-term commitments.
Yeah,
that is the most stressful thing that they have.
Well, I think that's what it used to be, right? And I think most people tried so hard to fight it that they weren't going to, but then people like my wife and I
Hmm?
love my wife to pieces, but like her spending fucking drives me insane.
Mhm.
I've got her to the point where she only spends her money and no debt money, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say I've controlled that, but like, you are not going to put us into debt. Like, I'm going to make sure of this. You can spend however the fuck you want, your money, you have this, and I'll make sure that we get to the next level type thing. But I think that people have just like, I think people aren't going to tell their wife, hey, you're not going to fucking put me into debt. Like, you don't need that new car, right? And I will put my foot down and tell my wife, no, we're not fucking going into debt for this car. Like, I will. People ask me all the time, what hills are you willing to die on? And I was like, there's a million of them, right? And like, I'm not going to deal with this, right?
You and I have the same arguments with our wives because,
A
in all
lot.
honesty, I really wanted my wife to take ownership of our money for
Yeah.
a long, long time.
Yep.
And I just got to the point that I just knew it wasn't going to happen.
Well,
So I just stopped having the fight.
And I think that's the whole thing. Like, you talk about you and Mike being more educated, right? And stuff like that. And I learned from a lot of people's failures, right?
Yep.
And so it's like, all right, hey, you know what? All right, I'm not going to win this fight. So how do I fucking break even on this fight? Okay, great. I'm willing to give you everything you want up to this line, and I'm not passing this line. You're not getting anything. If you wish to contribute towards my line, great. If not, I understand, right? Listen, don't get me wrong. My wife now contributes into her 401k. So I feel like I've won a little bit in that sense, but like, we're not, you know, my debt line, like zero debts, right? You don't get that.
What does your wife have in her retirement? Just ballpark me. Give me an idea.
40, 50.
Ask me what my wife has.
What's your wife have?
Less than 5.
Jesus.
Ask me why she has any.
Why do you go on?
I contribute it.
Oh, buddy.
She doesn't look at it. She doesn't care. She's like, whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. I'll figure it out.
But you won't.
No, she won't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm putting money
Right.
into it. And
Yep.
if I had more money to put into it, I would be putting more money into it.
Yep.
I just don't have more money
Well,
right now.
But she should. I mean, okay, so I know what she makes roughly,
Mhm.
and but you guys need to cut back. And but like, there's zero reason to me on the money you guys make. There's zero reason to me that she's not putting in the 67 a year that she's allowed to. Granted, she self-employed, like you could do 25, but like, there's no reason she shouldn't have an IRA and do 6,700.
25 a month.
Right, 6,700 should be in there. Like, this should be a guaranteed fucking, just, it doesn't matter. Like, hey, I now make this, like, even if she has to give herself the raise to get there. Like,
See, and the
that-
problem we have is when we look at our bills,
Mhm.
the medical is just killing us.
eat the fuck, like, who gives a shit? Eat the medical. Like, I tell this, dude, I tell this to my tenants, I tell this everything. Fuck your medical. Like, okay, pay your fucking minimum, because when you die, it's just going to happen. And we can set it up. We can set it up so that way medical doesn't touch your fucking money.
I'm still just paying the minimum and it's still kicking my ass.
Right, it's supposed to. But like,
but I don't want it to.
but then get to the point where you're not paying the fucking minimum and literally invest your fucking money.
I mean, we're trying.
Don't fucking pay the minimum, right? They'll come try to garnish your shit, and they can't garnish it because it's fucking medical. Like, it is not going to be a possibility. Like, fight the fucking system. Be the man to fucking fight the power, right? Like, I have a medical bill. Like we just said, I went to the hospital this weekend. Yes, I happen to have enough money, right? Like, but I'm gonna pay it, right? And I told them at the fucking hospital, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, but I'm calling and fucking getting 20% discount. And my wife's like, yeah, they're not gonna do that. And I was like, do you know who the fuck I am? Like, I even said it, and the nurse like starts laughing, and I was like, no, like, I will tell them, I will pay them a fucking penny a month, and they can take me to fucking collections, and I will go, Your Honor, I have tried to make the money. Look here, I am paper and broke. I make $63 a fucking year. I'm paying them a fucking penny. I'm making. And like, I'm having this conversation in the thing, and they're like, all right, let's not worry about that. And I was like, no, I'm going to fucking let you know I'm getting a fucking discount when I pay this. Like, I'm getting loud on here. Like,
Yeah.
this is how passionate I am about this shit, right? But David, like, I tell you, like, I get that you want to do the right thing, but don't let it control your fucking life, because medical's already fucking controlling your fucking life.
Oh, tell me.
You're already, so you're already hurt and can't do
Tell
anything.
me.
But like, so stop, right? Like, fight them. Go call them and go, hey, I need to fucking lower this. And for the rest of your life, have the fucking medical debt, right? For the rest of you. And then if you do happen to hit a fucking grand prize when you're later, go pay them because you feel fucking good about it. But stop, right? And it's not going to hurt your credit. It's not going to do anything. Like, medical can't fucking hurt your credit. We know this. Stop letting them win.
Some of them I have.
Yeah.
Like Trinity, when I went and they basically accused me of being a drug user.
Yeah.
I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
They billed me an extra $75.
Jesus.
I told them to get fucked. I'm not paying it.
Yeah.
So I keep getting emails. We're sending this to collections. I'm like, do what the fuck you want to do, because anything under $300, it does not go to
I'm not gonna show
my credit report. So you can suck my dick. I'm just not paying.
that's exactly right. And hang up the fucking phone because it's not worth the conversation.
They don't even call me because they know what I'm going to say.
I went in and we're like, all right, we're gonna start an IV. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, look, I'm afraid of needles now that America knows this, right? Like, I don't like them. I don't want them. I was like, but I know it has to happen.
And our German people.
We'll say, yeah. All right. Now that our viewers know. But I was like, and she's like, all right, we're going to give you some pain meds. And I was like, whatever. And she's like, you don't look like the person that comes into a hospital every weekend and stuff like that. And I was like, lady, I don't want to fucking be here ever. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, ever. And she's like, I could tell. Like, and she's like, so we'll give you the things you need. And I was like, you wouldn't give it to another person? I was like, there's a difference between need and want, right?
No, they won't.
Right. And so
they'll accuse you of being a drug user, because the last 2 times I went into the ER, they've accused me of being a drug user. I don't fucking like drug. I don't want to take my prescriptions. I sure as hell don't want to take anything else. I saw something for the first time on the streets of San Francisco, by the way.
Yeah. A homeless person?
Oh my God. They were all over crack. I exit the hotel and I start walking, and he's got the aluminum foil out, and he's got the crack ready to go, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, where am I?
Yeah, it's a South Park episode.
It reminded me of my mother told me this story. My dad took her to Germany and then Iran in the 70s.
Yeah,
and she goes, people used to tell me Chicago was dirty, and after I went overseas, Chicago is not dirty, and I will never call it dirty again.
Yeah.
Now, I've never thought Chicago was dirty. San Francisco's fucking filthy.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Yeah.
And it's different to me. Like Dawn goes, well, there's homeless everywhere. I'm like, it's different.
It's different.
Because when you're in San Francisco, they're in the touristy areas. Like, I was 3 blocks from the convention center, which had 2 malls by it, and right next to the malls were these really fancy restaurants that are, top rated. And there's homeless lining the corners. It's not like there's one. There's like 8 on every corner. And I feel horrible for them. But at the same time, I've never seen that in Chicago. You pass a homeless person or 2 every block or something. Yeah, and they're horrible areas. But you just don't go to the horrible areas. You never see them in the touristy spots. You see 1 or 2. And I'm not bagging on the homeless people, because they obviously have issues, and I wish this country would figure that shit out, and it pisses me off that it doesn't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've never seen it rampant like I saw it this weekend.
But and a lot of it's mental health, and a lot of it's drug aspects of things, and so that you have to want, right? I think I think what you're getting to, like in America, the homeless, of course, like in California, it's warm weather, it's got money potentials, things like that. But like Chicago, it's just fucking broke, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, the broke,
it's a different type.
Yeah, it's a very different. I mean, and nobody wants to be cold and homeless. You might as well be warm and homeless, right? Like there's a shit ton of homeless population in Hawaii, right?
I mean, there are a ton,
like a shit ton, from what I hear. I've never been there.
I've been there 6 times, and there are a ton,
right? And
they just live on the beach, or near the beach, or whatever.
Yep. And they say they were happy for the first minute, and they couldn't get jobs, and they're like, I'm here. So
while we're talking about how people are broke, we know somebody, I'm not going to mention names, but loves Christmas, and has not been able to get in the Christmas spirit this year.
I get it.
So I saw a meme today, and it said, when someone asks me why I'm not in the holiday spirit, I'm broke, motherfucker. I'm broke. And I sent this to the person, and she goes, oh yeah, that's totally me. I'm like, I know. And mind you, she makes more money a year than I do. And broke.
But and it's right now more than ever, and I know David and I say it all the time, right now is the time you need to be budgeting. Right now is the time where you don't need to go spending your extra money, because I think the next, and this is a segue into the next section, right? Because the next little bit that's happening in this economy for the next little bit, I don't know how long it's going to last, but there's going to be a little recession or a big recession, depending on what things happen. But we're getting into it. We're into it. I mean, we talked about it in a recession episode. Like,
And I don't know if it's truly a recession.
Yeah.
But the housing market is going to get hit.
Yeah, I mean, well, that too. I mean, but it's just people. I mean, we see jobs kind of leaving already. We see things happening. There's a change that's happening slowly but surely. The housing market. You had kind of brought up some foreclosure stuff,
Yeah.
and you were reading a thing that said, that it doesn't seem like forecast for foreclosures is going to be too big, and I disagreed with that. And
well, there's a lot of different information out there. So of course,
Yeah.
I pulled up a couple of things, and one of these says yes, because inflation's high, we're going to experience more foreclosures. But other people are like, yeah, it's basically normal foreclosures. 2-3%, not a big deal. But of course, during the crash of 07, 08, 09, they said the same stuff. I watched The Big Short on the plane to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And there's that scene where they're talking to I don't remember who they were talking to, and they're like, well, foreclosures are up 30%. Where are the stocks, or where are the bonds? Well, they're still AAA rated.
Yeah.
Well, how can they be AAA rated with all of these defaults? And they went to S&P, and S&P is like, well, it's within our models, which was total bullshit.
Yep.
Because they also admitted, listen, if we don't give them the rating they want, they're just going to go to Moody's and get a rating from them, and they're going to pay for it. And this is how business is done. So again, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
You're not actually being honest. And again, that's the thing that pisses me off about the Ramsey thing. You're not being honest. Just be fucking honest.
Yep.
I'm honest. You and I, we come on here every week for the last 3 going on 4 fucking years now, and we're just honest about shit. We just peel our shit open and say, this is what it is.
Yeah.
If you like it, great. If you don't, whatever. Not everybody's gonna like us. That's fine.
That's true.
But
I don't see why they wouldn't.
I mean, I do. But we're honest.
No.
And we know very well that, for some people, we're going to be an acquired taste.
Yep.
And for some people, they're just going to fucking hate every ounce of us. And some people are going to love us to death.
Yep.
And I'm okay with those things. The one thing they're never going to do is, man, David and Nick are full of shit.
Yeah.
Never going to say that.
No.
They lied to us. They're never going to say that.
Yep. And that's what makes us great in our minds, right? Like, we are very honest people, and we forget sometimes, and I keep saying like America, but like, I forget that this goes out to the world, right? And sometimes it's hard to fathom the entire world getting to hear this and seeing this and dealing with this, right? Because I'm a stupid American that thinks that the world only revolves around this. No, but so to me, all right, so repeat what you said about the foreclosures. You think people are only going to do 2%?
Yeah,
3%?
a lot of people are saying it's going to be small. So I found an article on The Hill that says foreclosure notices ticked up nationwide the first quarter of this year, with more than 65,000 properties beginning to go through the process. There were 36,617 new filings in March, which marks the 23rd consecutive month with a year-over-year increase in foreclosure activity, according to a recent report from ATTOM. They were up 3% from the previous quarter, but 29% year over year. So of course they keep saying, yeah, it's within the models, it's 2 to 3%, but year to year, it's up 29% from 22 to 23.
Yep.
And to me, that's a huge number.
That's 1 out of every 4 houses.
Now, when we look at that, Nick, who's buying these foreclosed houses?
Assholes like me,
or worse than you,
right? I'm saying, God, people would wish I'd be the one to buy it.
Yeah, investment places that are trying to flip these places or turn them into rentals and charge astronomical prices. Again, we talk about you being a landlord.
So, I want to give this, right?
Yeah.
This is, go ahead. We talked about me.
We want to talk about you being a landlord, and people say all the time, landlords are assholes. Yes, they absolutely are fucking assholes. But your rents are still some of the cheapest in the Grand Rapids metro area.
Oh,
they just are.
Yeah, they are.
So you could get way more than what you asked, but you ask for what people can not necessarily comfortably afford, but still afford. And
I want you to live, right?
Yeah, you don't get credit for that because, again, you're an asshole landlord. We have that talk, that a family member calls you just a succubus piece of shit.
Yeah.
But it's not like Granville House is a great example. The Granville House you could get $3,000 for.
Yeah, 28.
And you don't charge anywhere near that. You don't even charge half of that.
No. And so, all right. So I posted, I have a place for rent, right?
Yeah.
I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom upper unit available this December in Wyoming, which is my area in Michigan.
Yep.
$1,200 a month, includes gas and water. Tenant pays trash and electric. Okay. Person, I won't say their name, whatever. I don't even know this person, right? But a person shared it, and I, of course, when you share it, I'm in it, right? Including gas and water really isn't that bad for Wyoming, considering inflation. Is still sad either way. Like,
What's sad?
like what about it is sad? Like, it sucks because it's 1,200, like because you want it to be like 200, but like, I mean, trust me, I just explained 20 seconds ago how much money I'm losing this month, and so yeah, it's not your responsibility, but some stuff that I do is your responsibility, right? Like, I eat so much more cost than most people ever should. But like, it's comments like that that's just like, oh my god, like I'm trying, like how much more can I fucking try for people? And it's like, all right, you tell you what, I'm just gonna change it and I'm gonna make it 1550, right? Like, cool, like sucks. I mean, all right, cool, I'll make it 1550 where it's supposed to be. I probably should be 18, but like, oh, whatever, right? Like,
The last year I rented was the beginning of 23.
yeah,
So I moved out of an apartment.
not a 23.
Sorry, Jesus.
03.
03.
Yep.
I moved out of an apartment around the end of February.
Okay.
And my rent, which was month to month at the time, it went from $775 on a year to $825 month to month. 2 bedrooms, 990 square feet.
Yep.
So it wasn't a big place.
Oh.
It was enough.
Mhm.
And at the time, I'm like, my God, we don't make the kind of money to live here.
Mhm.
I was making, let's see, I just started Priority. So I was making $9.25 an hour for 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
And after I paid for insurance, I was bringing home $175 every 2 weeks. So I was making nothing. And Dawn was working for probably $9 an hour, and she was working 40 to 45. So, I mean, she was making more than me, but not a ton.
Sure.
So, I mean, we had no fucking money. We were just coming out of bankruptcy, and my mom helped us get a trailer.
Yep.
So we moved into the modular, and they call us for insurance, and they're like, well, we need a value of all of your stuff. And we're like, yeah, it's about $1,900. And they're like, no, really? We're like, yeah, really. And they're like, you have to have a value of more than that. I'm like, listen, lady, I just went through fucking bankruptcy. I know what I got. My shit's worth $1,900. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Let me put some numbers towards you, right?
Sure.
Around my area. Okay. So
Mhm.
the same exact area. 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom for $1,500.
Mhm.
A 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom for $1,450.
Mhm.
I don't know what these include. So, and this one's a house. Oh, this is not a same in any way, but a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, single family house for $1,900 a month.
Okay.
Which sounds okay. A 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom for $1,695. A 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom for $2,100 a month. And I'll just click one more. 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom for $1,395 a month. So, right, like, I am still
You're there.
well below. Oh,
Yeah.
this one is $1,195, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom,
And what were you asking?
$1,200.
Okay.
And this one
So you found one so far that's less.
by $5. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see if this includes anything. Oh, an amenities package for $30 extra.
So now they're more.
Yep. The up to $1,000 per year damage. 50. Oh, up to $50 one-time reimbursement for lockout. Wow, look at them. There's a missed appointment fee for 50%. Yeah, so yeah, they're definitely different than me. But right, so like I'm just looking around my area and it's not going well. So yeah, I would say I'm well
On the
within my
low
ri-
end,
well
yeah.
within my rights. So
Well, and we were talking, issues for why there are foreclosures, and I brought up ARMs,
Yeah,
which again, I hate adjustable rate mortgages, which is what an ARM is, adjustable rate mortgage.
correct.
And I hate them because they sucker you into thinking that you can pay for something, and then 5 to 7 years later, the interest could absolutely radically jump, which is what led to the financial crisis in 2008.
And that's where I like have all of my quote unquote knowledge, right? So like you said, hey, I don't think it's ARMs or whatever type of thing because people refied. Okay, so like that's where I was like, hey, we have to talk about the whole difference. Residential, I don't think it's an ARMs problem. Now, when we talk about commercial, and commercial is anything in the commercial is, yes, your buildings and your office space and all that, but in my world for rentals, right, residential rentals, it is anything that is 5 units and above. Okay, so if you own a complex of an 8, 12, 50, 160 unit, whatever the hell it is, like if you live in anything that's above 5 units in the lot, it is a commercial. And those are almost always done on ARMs from people because they get sucker rates, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they really do. And it was a sucker rate because things were so low.
Sucker rates, teaser rates, same thing.
Yep. Say, and so it's, oh, hey, you can do, and you have it off of a 25-year amortization type of a thing. So everybody was like, oh man, this makes me cash flow. I'll cash flow great. And so they raised their rents. And they did all the things they're supposed to do. Well, now the 5 years is coming up because we're 3 years past COVID, right? It'll be 4 in February, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right. And so what we're seeing is on the residential side, okay, so people were buying these things just before, they were buying them during, right? And so now interest rates are where they are. So if a person goes and refis, what they were getting 3-4%, they're in the 8-9% in the commercial space. So foreclosures in the commercial space is going to be a very big thing.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. We had a syndicator on who talked about how there's a $40 million place in Dallas, Texas, and they're picking it up for $39.5 million, which was less than the guy paid for it 5 years ago because he can't refinance into the rate. I don't think that's going to work for them either because $50,000 or $500,000 isn't enough difference. But hey, if they're going to make it work with the, because they're adding the dog park, they're adding the dog wash, they're adding a few extra things to get extra income, it might do fine, but it all depends on how you buy it, kind of a thing. Now on the residential side, right, a normal person, okay, foreclosures are happening because people lost their jobs. Things happen. We talked about it. Middle management, a lot of it got cut out again, right? So they restructured the companies, they did whatever, downsized, whatever the hell they're going to call it. So for, COVID, they let everybody go for basically a year and a half without having to pay, but then they added it to the backside. So they added a second mortgage of all the interest and all the payment that you were supposed to make. And now you have a second mortgage on your house. Well, if you didn't get a job within that time, you can't afford it. And so that's what I'm buying currently, right? Everything has a freaking second mortgage. And so these people are like, oh, well, I only owe $60,000 on my house. No, you owe $85,000 on your house, right? Oh, well, I thought they were waiving that. No, they just added it to the end and put it out as a second mortgage.
You're still going to pay it.
Yep.
You just don't realize you're going to pay it.
Correct. And because, everybody's like, oh, I just claimed COVID relief and it'll be fine because they figured, hey, they gave everybody $900 during unemployment, so they're just going to give it to me for my house. That's not true.
Right.
They gave you a leeway to not have to pay. So instead of having a 30-year mortgage, you now have a 32-year mortgage. You just don't realize, right? So it's kind of how I looked at it, to make it easy for listeners. You didn't, sometimes they'll do teaser rates when you go buy a car. Oh, skip the holiday payments when you buy the car and you don't have to pay for 3 months. And then all of a sudden now you're hit with $800 a month, right? It's great for the first 3 months. Then you get your first payment. You're like, all right, this car might not have been that great.
I remember the first car loan Dawn and I had. Every year, you can skip a payment for your birthday.
Yep.
And she did that a couple times. And I'm like, stop doing that.
Yep.
But why? It doesn't hurt anything. I'm like, yeah, it does. It adds it on to the end. It's not like we're not paying. We're still paying that.
Yep.
Except now we're paying more because the interest
is there. Yeah.
Running for extra months. So instead of being done in 60 months. It's now done in 62 months, and we
Yep.
paid interest for an extra 2 months. And
That's
she's like,
exactly-
oh, I didn't think of right.
I know.
People don't think of it.
Yep. No, and
That's why they do it.
yep. And that's what they want, right? They want
Right.
it's just like a credit card, you know, oh, hey, you only have to pay a little bit. You get to have 10,000 right now and you only have to pay $100 right now. No, like you're paying for the rest of your life $100.
Well, again, I've said before, I will take a card that offers me no interest for 12 months,
Yep.
15 months, 18 months, whatever it is. And they'll tell me when they give it to me. So let's say I take $5,000 out.
Yep.
They'll go, well, you have a low payment of $40 a month. Right. But $40 a month isn't going to get that shit paid off.
Ever. I mean,
That's the minimum.
that's $480 a year
Yeah,
on a $5,000.
correct.
Yeah.
And if you have 12 months on it,
Yeah.
all they're doing, what they do with those specifically is they say you have 0 interest for a year. But on the 366th day,
Yep.
whatever your highest daily balance is, you owe all of the interest from that amount for the entire time that this card has been open.
Yep.
So let's say your highest amount was the 5,000. You took out 5,000 and you just started paying it every month, and you now owe $4,400.
Yeah.
They go, well, your highest balance was 5,000, so we're going to compound that interest for every day over 366 days. So
Yep.
now you're overdrawn.
Mhm.
And by the way, if you don't start paying, we're going to start adding all of these fees for the fact that you overdrew your account.
Yep.
And people don't look at that. They don't know. They're like, oh, it's not a big deal. No, it's a big deal. When I take those, I go, all right, do I want to pay the minimum or do I just want to pay what's going to pay that off? So if I'm tight one month, I might go, yeah, this month, instead of paying the 500 that will pay this off, maybe I'll pay 400 this month.
Mhm.
But then the next month, I'm probably paying closer to 1,000. So instead, I paid $1,400 over 2 months when I budget $1,000 for those 2 months. So I'm $400 ahead on that payment.
And you know, so and that's right, like for the average American, I wouldn't suggest it, but like for a person that's going to take responsibility for their finances, do it, right? Be in that group of elites that's getting the most that they can, right? Like you're not going to be a billionaire from card hacking. You're not going to be a billionaire from any of the things that we're teaching you. You could if you multiply it by a bazillion, right? Like if you I don't even know if there's enough card hacks to make
There aren't.
but like, you know, sure, if you take some of my knowledge in real estate, I'm not gonna lie, you could be a billionaire.
Yeah.
It's just you have to repeat it by so much. I'm not a billionaire.
You have to get out there and hustle, really hustle.
really, and I think honestly, $1 billion is like there's some luck involved into it, right? Like,
Well, again, they did the math. Don't quote me, but you know, if you had, I'm gonna find it. Talk, Nick. I'm gonna find
what,
it.
like 300 or 39,000 years or something like that.
It's 32 years saving X number of dollars to be a million or a billionaire.
only 32 years. Oh,
I think so.
for X amount of dollars. Anyway, but like, so I want to go back to like the commercial side. So like, I think foreclosures, right? Because, you know, they didn't really have that relief into play, and then these people are going to get a new rate, right? So, and I don't know, give me a random number what you think a 5 unit's going to cost.
Where at?
Anywhere, I don't care. Like an average 5 unit. Just sure, let's go with Wyoming because it's my area, right?
Let's go $1 million.
Yeah,
Am
okay.
I high?
I mean, for a 5 unit, yeah, but I mean, so right, so 5 units, I think let's do $110 a door, so 100 or $550,000,
Okay.
right? $550,000 is what you were paying at, and let's say you got it at 3.25 interest, right? A nice low interest. That's $2,400. It's rounded up. It's $2,394, right? Okay, was your principal and interest. Now you have taxes and insurance on that. That taxes and insurance isn't going to really change. I mean, it will because the property values go up, blah, blah, blah. But like so $2,400, right? Now we're at an 8% interest rate. Okay. So David, when I go refinance, my new payment is $4,036. So I'm $1,050 higher than what I was through my last 5 years, right? Where do I come up with that money? You raise rents. I mean,
That's the only thing you can do.
so five units. That means everybody's rent has to go up $200 just to break fucking back to
Mhm.
where you were.
Right.
You're not making any more money. You're not doing anything different. Just to make
what it
the
was.
same exact amount of
Yep.
money, right? And that's on a small place, right? So like, if I take, I mean, 110, 110 a door, so $1 million, right? And these are small places. Like I want to be like 8 units is 10 units, whatever it is. It's very, very small. So $1 million at 3.25, you're at $4,350. Okay, 52, but $4,350. Now, if you go to an 8% interest rate, that's $7,338. Right. So I'm now having to raise those rents $350. Right now, it's
And when you look at people year over year, they're not making that much more money.
right.
So they're fucked.
Oh, 100%. Like, so I looked at
You're
it.
fucked. They're fucked. Everyone's fucked.
Everyone's fucked, right?
The bank's
Like,
not fucked until it gets foreclosed
So-
on.
and then that's where I step in and buy it back down for,
Mm-hmm.
because so I'm going to buy it at, okay, so I need the payment to be back to where it was, right? So to make a payment at 8% interest, what did we say it was for? It was 4,500, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So I need to buy this building for 500,000 at an 8% rate. Nope, 600,000. Yeah, 4,400. And so at 8% rate, I have to buy it at 600,000. So the $1 million, right? I need to buy it. So the banks are going to eat 400K.
Yeah.
And that's the only way I'm going to do it, because it made money. It made sense. It was fine. And this is where tenants can afford it. This is where normal people. So this is where the problem happened last time. This is where foreclosures, they got them off the books. They did short sales. They did things. Banks ate that fucking cost, and they will. And this is where I step in and go, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm where the hell I am. I'm getting a $400,000 discount. And now, I mean, like I looked at a 64 unit not too long back, right? But let's just say $8.3 million, right?
Okay.
That alone, and this is where it's going to wow you. Okay, 8.3 million, and let's say I can get it at 3.5%, $37,000, 37,271. Let's just go with 37 because it's a round number.
Round number.
Okay, for 3.5% interest. If I go to the 8% interest, I'm at $60,902. So I'm at $61,000.
Almost doubled.
Almost double.
Almost.
Right. So think about that. If I have 64 units, divide that by, or sorry, take so what do we say? 37. So $34,000 of extra. Divide that by 64 units. That's $531 extra I have to raise everybody just to fucking get back to where I was.
Yeah.
So this is why foreclosures will be happening in the commercial space. We can't raise $500 extra.
No, because nobody's going to pay it.
The people that did raise the $500, like they were probably losing money. That's why they had to raise the rents to get to where they are now. 5 years ago, they're up. So let's say you're up to 500. You have all the regular bills that you still have. You have all these things. Taxes went up. So it's going to happen, and this is why in so residential, I don't see. I mean, the job I had, right, driving around taking pictures of foreclosures. Yeah, it was stupid. 26%. I could see the increase, right? But the reason there's a 29% increase is because COVID was allowing people not to have foreclosures, right? Now the foreclosures, so that's why there's a huge influx. But I'm like, I just went over math. I mean, the more you get, the more expensive it is, the higher that fucking payment becomes, right? Like, and so commercial side, you're gonna see foreclosures happening for sure. Right?
So I want to correct what I was saying, because
Yeah,
I thought it was in money, but it was actually in seconds, because they want you to understand the difference between $1 million and $1 billion. Okay. So
our brain can't understand it,
but it can when they break it down this way.
Okay.
So 1 million seconds is 12 days.
Okay.
1 billion seconds is 31 years.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. So when you have all of these billionaires, they'll sit there. Musk is a good example. They'll sit there and say, well, he's a self-made man. Bullshit.
No. He
wasn't a fucking self-made man. His father gave him a shit ton of money. He went and bought companies, and he made a bunch of money off of those companies. Did I share the Twitter link with you?
No.
So there's this awesome book on Elon Musk and how he's probably not only ADHD, but he's probably also highly autistic.
I would assume.
And
that's probably why I like him.
And it broke down how he thinks and how he treats people. And it was just an awesome thread on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they basically broke down the book. And, you know, he's obviously a fucking narcissist and very self-centered. And again, he likes to take credit for things that he had little to do with. So he'll tell everybody all the time, well, I invented the electric car. No, you didn't. You bought the company that invented the electric car.
Correct.
You didn't have shit to do with it. You just bought them because you had a bunch of money from dad. And I mean, I guess that's successful, but in all honesty, is it?
Right. Well, and my thing, like I tell you all the time, like I love autistic people because it's straight to the point. This is what it is. There's no fine line in between. Like this is how it's done, right?
Very honest.
Like
very straightforward.
Because it's about facts, right? Like it is not about opinions and emotions. It is a factual statement, right? Like this is what it is. So yes, when you tell me, hey, I did this, sure, it's an area, but like when you develop something, so like their numbers, hey, this is what it is. Like if I get to it, they're not gonna round like I just did, right? No, it is $37,092, right? It is not $37,100. Like it is, you know, that's the exact number that you're paying, right? Like and that's how they think, that's how they do it. And I enjoy that. But like, and then you say a trillion, right? Seconds is 31,688 years.
I'll be around for that, right?
So we did 12 days, 31 years, and 31,688 years.
Yeah.
Right? In seconds.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is, but that's what people don't necessarily understand. Is it ethical to have $1 billion? No. Should taxes be higher on the rich? Yes.
Oh, so I shared that with you about my boy, Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Should the rich pay more in taxes?
Yes.
Fuck yes, we should. And I was like, yeah.
So I'm hoping to have a guy on that I met on the cruise. I talked to you a little bit about this. I finally emailed him last night. He was a parliament member in Canada.
Yep.
And we talked a little bit about the health insurance in America because he doesn't understand it.
Yep.
And, you know, I told him, I'm like, there are a lot of differences. And when I emailed him last night, I'm like, listen, I want to talk about some of the differences, especially in healthcare between Canada and the United States, because obviously it's way different there. You know, people take the taxes in other countries and it actually goes to help people.
Yeah.
We take the taxes in this country and the majority of it goes to defense, and the majority that goes to defense contractors. It doesn't go to, you know, soldiers. They don't give a fuck about the soldiers.
Right.
It goes to, you know, I don't even remember the name of some of these defense contracts. I want to say BlackRock, but I think that's
that's true. Yeah.
And they
Blackstone? No, BlackRock. Yeah.
One of them. It doesn't matter. It goes to them, and you know what they're doing is they're subcontracting out people to, you know, go into war zones, or they're building planes or whatever the fuck they're doing, but it has nothing to do with soldiers.
Boeing or whatever it was, like they're getting money.
Yeah.
So like that was another thing I wanted to have the conversation of. I don't remember if I shared the link with you or whatever, but the company that started following all of the senators and political people's trades.
Oh yeah, I love them,
dude. Like I
follow that.
I want to figure out, I forget the company, guys, so like bear with me. But so they're like, hey, whatever trades. And so they started making money, the same money that these, because politicians are making a shit ton of money off of this. They're like, hey, this person did a trade, great, do the trade. Because they know that things are coming through, right? And so it's not deemed insider trading here in America. But David, right? Like it's like, hey, we're going to vote if we're going to
autopilot. It's
right?
called autopilot.
So send me that link if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
But because I'm gonna start investing in it, right? Because I fucking believe in it 150%.
They follow all of the politicians. They follow Michael Burry.
Yeah.
And tell you what he's invested in.
Yeah. Do we want to try a scam call?
Sure.
Hello, it's Nick.
Am I speaking to Nicholas Watkins?
Yeah, you're on Bucks and Brews. How can we help you?
Hello.
Oh, they fucking ended. Come on, that was golden.
You should have just said you were, yes, not you're on Bucks and Brews.
That was more
Who
fun
made
that
him
way.
run.
Um,
Yeah, so and I mentioned Michael Burry because he's one of the subjects of The Big Short.
Yeah.
Because he was the first person to notice the irregularities in the housing market.
Yeah.
And he was the first person to bet against the housing market so that it would crash, and he shorted all of those mortgages and made billions.
If you haven't watched Billions yet, it's a great show.
Yeah.
It really is. And so like one of the big things is like they short so much stuff. But so go back to the politicians thing. So it's all right, hey, all right, up for today's vote is are we going to repave Byron Center's roads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For $41 million. Yep. Great. Buy Reef Riley, right? Whoever the fuck owns them type thing.
Right.
Because we know that they're the contractors that are going to get the fucking job. So then they go buy it because they're guaranteed this money.
Yeah.
And they have so it's just instant, right? Like it's not insider trading because they voted it, and it's not inside, right? It's public trading. You just have to be the one to watch it. And so what'd you call them? Autopilot?
Autopilot.
And so if honestly, I haven't used them. I can't give them a backing yet, but I love what they're doing.
They have a subscription based version, so you have to pay to get the information.
Okay.
But it's pretty low.
Is it automated for me? Do you know?
I don't
Like can I is it like an index fund where I can just throw my money into it and they just do it for me?
I don't know.
We gotta so if anybody that's listening knows anybody that works for Autopilot, does Autopilot, if we could have you on, we would absolutely love to talk about this.
We really would, because we want to know more about it.
Yep. So and we'll share it out on our Facebook.
The app starts at $29 a month. I can tell you that.
Dude, the amount of money these fucking people are making, I'm fine with
Pays for
$29 a month, right? Which coming from me, as every viewer knows, I don't spend monthly subscription money because I think it's stupid. But for being able to follow every politician with their because it's even Nancy Pelosi, like they pick on her a lot, but like
A lot.
she has made so like I seen her house. The amount of money she's fucking made from being a politician is absolutely insane. And this isn't a political left right thing for me. It's just that what she's done with her stocks and things like that just blows my freaking mind. So no, we want to get somebody from Betterment on because we support the hell out of them as well.
I have an employee here, the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And I, of course, what do? I'm like, hey, what are we doing about retirement? She's 18. She don't give a fuck.
No.
I'm like, well, you should open up an IRA with Betterment and maybe an investment account. She's like, well, I'll talk to my dad because her dad's in finance.
Oh, sweet.
I'm like, that's great. I'm just telling you right now. You should fucking open up. Put $10 a week in. It doesn't fucking matter. Something.
I started out with 25.
Yeah.
Right. Like it was nothing. And your first 3 months are free.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's to me, I think being able to follow that aspect of things, like the people that are making this money, follow what they're doing. Like, okay, yeah, we're not going to follow Elon Musk because right, he's only focused on his stuff and things like that. But I was just watching Ben Mala. I want to get him on. I know I can do a 1 hour consult for like $100, and I might pay that if he'll do a podcast with us for the price, because it's worth every penny for me, and that'll be a self-absorbing podcast. But he just talked about it, and he's like, look, I had to take a loss so that I could write some tax stuff off, and so he had to sell stock that he took loss on, and he goes, man, honestly, I only have to wait 31 days until I can reinvest and it doesn't become something. And he goes, I'd love to rebuy. Yep. I want to rebuy as low. Like he goes, look, it's down 20%. Like I want to buy low, baby. This guy gets it. He understands it. I respect the hell out of the guy. I've never met him in person. I've been wanting to go to Florida. Courtney said no multiple. She said yes if you absolutely need to. But like, I want to go. Like, but if I go, it's just going to be like a 20-second conversation. Hey, but like, I'd love to just give 5 hours. Like I'd pay $500 for 5 hours of time.
I mean, again, I saw Mark Hamill for maybe a minute.
Right.
It was worth every fucking penny.
Yeah.
Every penny.
Let's say, and so, but I think when it comes back to housing, right, we're going to see some foreclosures. Yes. Yeah. Like it's up a little bit, but like residential housing, a normal thing that you would live in, or I would live in, right? Find a normal thing that you would live in. I would live in anything. People don't realize that. But right, that's gonna be, hey, if you're losing your job, yeah, those foreclosures happen, right? People have job
Yeah,
changes,
but
they
we're
have
looking
things,
at what 3 to 5% maybe.
right? And say, but on the commercial side, I'm promising you, and correct,
Give me a percentage that you think. 8?
well, is my of foreclosures in commercial.
Yeah.
So I haven't done enough research to figure out if big hedge funds own more commercial than what I think.
They
And how-
own quite a bit.
and how
but
much they have.
I'm not going to hold you to anything. We're not going to do
Yeah.
a review in a year and say Nick was way fucking off. Just give me an educated guess. Just where do you think it might be?
I mean, you're gonna see, if I had to pick a guess, somewhere between the 7 to 10 range.
And 7 is bad, but 10 is damn near nuclear.
Yeah, like these bailouts that are not gonna happen, these things that are gonna there's gonna be so much in this because these people can't afford. Like, dude, if it was okay, so if I was in this, I'd be fucking sunk,
Mhm.
right? All right, so I'd have two choices, right? I could either sell all of my residential that is still worth some money,
Mhm.
and granted, this is still worth money. Don't get me wrong, it's not worth the same money because of the when you get into commercial side. Okay, so residential, it's worth what you're willing to pay for it and what you can afford to pay for
Yep.
it. In commercial side, it is based off of what the income is on it, right? It's not, yeah, it's still worth what you're willing to pay, but what you're willing to pay is based off of how much money you're making. On your house, you don't make money
No.
unless there's inflation, unless there's things like people are gonna be like, oh, you fucking said it wrong. No, like, yes, you can have people, oh, I made $200,000. Yes, inflation and
You have an
things.
8 unit that brings in $1,000 per unit.
Right.
So you make $8,000 a month.
Yep. So right, the 1% rule says that it's worth 800,000. 800,000 right now. And I'll bring it right back up. The mortgage calculator, right? 800,000 right now is sorry, I typed in too little zeros. But that's so without taxes and insurance, it's 58.7 or $5,870. Now, taxes and insurance, you're probably right at the break fucking even mark, right? That's if tenants pay all their utilities and you don't have a gas bill. Cause all right, so if I had to add, cause I mean, my tax bill is just over $1,000 a month, right? So that put me at 68.7. And my water bill, it puts me at, I don't care. Let's add another 500, roughly. So just shy of 7. So you're making $1,000, right? Like at the one, and that's without any repairs.
Not per unit.
No,
You're making $1,000 total.
yeah, like
with nothing added in.
and I forgot insurance, right? So insurance, and so let's just say I'm making $100 per door, right? So one, and that's without any repairs. That's with nothing going wrong.
The fridge dies.
Yep, and I'm fucked, right? Like
the HVAC dies.
you're gone.
The furnace and air conditioner both go.
Yeah.
What's that run nowadays?
So my buddy's just paid like 17,000.
Yeah,
but that's for one unit. Now, if you have a boiler, I mean that's 40,000, 30,000, whatever it is. If you have, I just had $1,000. I just had well over $1,000, but let's just say just to fix the plumbing, not to fix the walls and stuff like that. $1,000 to fix the pipe.
Yeah.
If I have, there's, so without rental inspections. So rental inspections is $100 and something per unit per every, year, 2 years, whatever. So let's say $60, right? There's so many other fees that people don't realize. So a roof goes out every 25 years. There's so much more to it. It's not just your payment. And so people are like, well, that's not my responsibility. Landlords shouldn't buy it if they can't afford it. And it's like, well, we take the risk to get to that point. Like, this is where my problem is, because if you say, hey, we shouldn't buy it if we can't afford it, that's saying you only want big business to come in that has pooled all their fucking money, and they're gonna be the guys that are making 1,700 in my area because that's
more.
Right, that's what they're supposed to do, right? I think what's the highest we've seen, like 23 or something?
Yeah,
but like 21, I don't remember. Right, like you need us small people to take the risk, to take the challenges, to take the chances, right? Like we are the guys that are trying to make this a better society.
So
right?
You run a multi-billion-dollar company.
No.
Let's say you do.
Okay.
You run a multi-billion-dollar company
Yep.
with 50 investment properties in every major city.
Yep.
Okay. And Joe Blow calls from Chicago and he's like, listen, I can't make this anymore.
Yep.
Is there any wiggle room? Can we do something? What are you going to say?
He can't make what?
He can't make the rent. Is there any wiggle room? Can I get a reduction? What can I do?
The problem, if I own $1 billion company, I'm not taking that call. Okay. But like my people that are set into place.
And what are they saying?
Oh God, no. Like there's no, like everything is done by the book, right? Like, hey, I'm sorry.
That sucks.
As $1 billion company, right? Like it's never getting to me, but like the fact is like, hey, what does the book say? Okay, the book says money's due on the 1st. It's due on the 1st. If it's anything less than that, people do, oh, it says the 5th in my lease. Great, fine. Money's due on the 5th. If you're there the 6th, it's a $50 late fee. Mine's only $35. Great. Like there's outliers for every goddamn thing that's out there. The fact is like what the book says, what it is, like what I put into place. That's how things run.
No wiggle room.
There's no this is a fucking company, right? Like there's no wiggle room, right? Like okay, how's a Big Mac made?
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onion, sesame seed bun.
Okay. There's no fucking wiggle room on how a Big Mac's made. Everybody in the world
knows how
a fucking Big Mac's made. Now you, right, as the owner of that Big Mac, when you purchase it, get to make the decision, right? I don't want pickles.
Yep.
So now it's 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions on a sesame bun, right? That is what, like, that is me as a fucking small landlord. I get to choose that.
Because I'm an old fuck.
Yeah.
And I grew up with that song in the 80s. I remember it.
I remember it too, but like that's the whole point I'm making to these people is the fact is like a Big Mac, if you go anywhere in the world and you order a Big Mac anywhere in the fucking world, it is 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That is, now you come to the small landlord guy.
I come to you now as you.
Yes.
Listen, I know my rent's $1,000, but I only got $950 for you this month. Is there any wiggle room? Can I do something?
Right. 95% of the time. It's, hey, tell you what, give me the $950, pay me the $50. When can you pay me the $50?
I get paid in 2 weeks.
Awesome. Tell you what, give me the $50 there. Is your first time being late? You know what? Hey, there is a $50 late fee. You're going to give me the 50. If you bring it to me in the 2 weeks, I don't tell them this part. Like this is in my head.
Just what you know.
Okay, this is my head. So you bring me the $50 in 2 weeks. This is your first time being late. Awesome. Hey, thanks so much for getting me the 50. Let's get right back on track, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, with the extra, with another $1,000. Okay, this is your second, third time being late. Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Did you tell me before the first, after the first, whatever it is? Like, you know what? Hey, there's a $50 late fee. Yep. Hey, and usually it's, hey, I'm gonna be, I can only give you $950. I'll give you the $50 in 2 weeks. Awesome. Don't forget the $50 late fee. Here's the $50 late fee. Great. Like at that point, like you don't get a second. Sometimes you get a second, but like usually you don't get a third chance, right? Like, but the first one, the first one's yours. The second one's mine, and then we'll figure it out. Like if you're 3 months in a row, I say, hey, we got to figure something out. What can I do for you? Like, hey, do you want to pay me $500 every 2 weeks? Like, let's get on this track, right? So like, we'll start getting you onto this track. But yeah, you're not getting evicted, right? Like, sure, hey, just let you know, and how I should do it, how it's going to be done, right? I can only pay you $950. Great. I'm going to send you the 7-day for $50. So you're going to pay me $950. I'm going to send you the 7 days. If you don't pay me on the agreed upon time, I'm going to court right away for the $50, right? Like, oh, hey. And then the judge is going to go, okay, pay the extra late fee to do this. It's just a guaranteed fucking thing. Like systems are set in place, right? It goes back to the Big Mac, baby. You don't fucking make that Big Mac any other way unless specified, right?
And that's what people don't understand is they sit there and they're like, well, if you can't take on that risk, then fuck you. You shouldn't take on that risk. But like you said, a big business is going to come and they're going to take on that risk. And there is no more wiggle room. There is just, this is the way it is. And if you can't deal with it, fuck off.
It's correct. So a big business looks at tenants and goes, there's 1 million of you in the world. In the world, 1 billion, right? In the US, it's millions, right? I'd like to know. I don't even know that number anymore.
It was 330 approximately.
No, I'm saying of how many people rent versus homeowners. But so dude, there's a person every day looking for a rental, right? And so, yeah, the small guys are going to do things. Okay. So David, right? So here's an example. I'm going through one right now. Person has a history. right? That they would never get approved in a big business place, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you have a criminal charge. No, like the small person, right? And how old was it, right? All right, it's not like
What
it's
was it?
yesterday, right? Yeah, say, and so tell you, like, I have my stipulations, but okay, you know what? Your felony's 20 years old. But if you have a felony in a big corporation, you have a felony.
Well, again, like you said, it depends on what it is. Well, when I was 18,
Not in a big corporation. Doesn't matter.
no, I'm saying with you.
Yeah.
I was 18 and my girlfriend was 16. All right, well, that's a big deal to anybody.
Anybody, right? Like,
But how long ago is that? Well, I'm 38. All right, well, it was 20 years ago.
but and say and if it's a CST, mine is just no, like it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen, like plain and simple. Like, but there's somebody who will take you.
Yeah.
right? Like I'm not gonna. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be fucking difficult. Like, oh, you have a domestic violence you got out yesterday. No, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Right? Like,
I stole a candy bar because I was hungry.
right? Like,
Oh, how long did you? Well, I got 30 days. Okay.
right? Like, and everything is just, hey, how long ago was this kind of a thing, right? Like, my rule is usually, I kind of follow the bankruptcy rule, like 7 years, right? You can change within that amount of time to prove that your life is back on track, right? Usually, honestly, I try to shoot for 10, right, as close to 10 as possible, but
So I got your numbers.
Yeah.
In 22, 84.6 million out of a total of 129.9 million households own their own homes. 45.2 million households rent.
all right, 84.6
Out
out
of
of 129.
129.
Okay,
You got a calculator? Or you want me to grab it?
go ahead.
So you have 129.9. So 45.2 divided by 129.9.
45.2 divided by
129.9.
29.9. 35%.
That's how many rent.
35% of Americans rent. So, right, 35 already 100 will go down to 33. One out of every 3 people rent, which is right. And so you have to look at that and say, hey, if big business owned everything, we'd all be screwed. Right? You need to have
65% own.
Yeah.
2.7% have a second home.
Really? That's crazy. I could have swore. The problem is we're from West Michigan, and it's
Many people here have a second home.
right because I mean, like the lakeshore, and it's a lot of Chicago people that come by our lake shores and things like that. And so I'm so used to like everybody having a cabin or a cottage.
No, everybody
Granted-
here, everybody in Grand Rapids has cabins up north for the most part.
exactly it, right. Like, it seems like growing up, I didn't have any friends that had cabins until I got into my senior year, and I finally had a friend that had, hey, come up to my. But it's probably their grandparents looking at it, right?
Oh yeah.
And I started getting invited to people's grandparents' cabins, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, like this is different. And now it's, I don't know, now in my group of people, it's like everybody has a fucking cabin, and I'm like, dude, you guys are. I'm so tired of you people. Like, I don't have one. Right?
I don't have a
Right.
cabin, but I do have a second house.
It's the time it makes me want to feel like I'm got to keep up with the Joneses because I've been looking for one. Right? I've been looking for one for 10 years now, and I just never pulled.
You had a second place for a while out of Sandy Pines.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I say. I never even thought about that as a second home because I just didn't own the land or
Yeah,
stuff like
but
that.
it's still a second home.
Yeah, I say. Never even thought about that.
Yeah.
So, but it's just kind of it's different, right? Like I didn't even realize it's that low.
Yeah.
Huh. So,
All right. Well, we've gone a while.
yeah,
I think we've gotten a lot of good information out of our 2 mouths.
gave our feelings and opinions. That's
We
fact.
absolutely did. How did you like your beers from Mr. Benson?
Mr. Benson, the Gaelic Ale, it's their flagship. I'm really sorry for that.
Not a fan.
Average beer.
Okay.
Did average things for me. Asheville's first beer, and I'm hoping it's not the last one, but it was lackluster.
Okay.
Right. And the passion fruit goza was great. Like
I
really
know you
enjoyed it.
really like that one. I have 2 more of those left. For you.
Yeah, I said that was good. Like, and they're 2 different flavor profiles, right?
Yeah.
Like this is gonna hit your palate and this is, if somebody told me they didn't like microbrews, I would just hand them this and just go, hey, you're not gonna hate this, right?
Right.
Like, it's
okay.
yeah, it's a fine beer, right? I mean, you get to, this is a beginner beer of like, hey, or that is a hop, right? Like
Yeah.
it's more flavor than a Bud Light, who won't sponsor me.
They
But
should.
but it's It's fine. I appreciate the beer. It was good. I'm glad I got to try. I love trying new things. So, what about you?
Both of them good. I always enjoy the Baja Blast.
Yeah.
Hard.
I still have a deuce at home of that.
Do you?
Yeah.
So good. And this blueberry is quite good. It's more winey than cider, but I like it quite a bit.
Good. As always, everybody, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Again, we appreciate you. We're hoping if you know anybody that's in the two things that we talked about tonight, let us know. We'd love to have people on.
I think next week we're going to talk holiday savings because everybody's buying holiday shit, and the Black Friday ads were ass.
And I say Hanukkah starts the 7th. So,
does it?
Yeah.
See, I should know these things because my father's Jewish,
Yeah,
but I don't know shit. I'm a horrible Jew.
Say
Probably because I'm an atheist.
the 7th through the 15th.
All right.
I say I celebrate Hanukkah in my own way. Everybody says, hey, you can't be Jewish and stuff like that. I'm like, look, I of the religions
anybody can be Jewish,
right? I'll say, but so yeah, I do, and we look forward to that episode. I'm very excited for how to teach people to buy 8 gifts.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us as always. Like Nick said, if you have any contacts at those companies or if you have any show ideas or questions, please let us know because we want to answer all of those. And we'll be back next week with holiday savings.
You've dialed in.
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Brews.
Bucks and brews.